Hi, guys. We're here in the COVID cantina. We're going to wait a few minutes to let everyone get here. Working on some settings. Okay. While you guys get all settled, I'm texting a boy and maybe he'll FaceTime. But get comfy or get a cocktail if you guys want to get we're gonna be making spicy skinny margaritas today. So we've got limes, we've got oranges, we've got tequila, we had got more tequila, and we got iced tea because I always need to be drinking iced tea. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Okay, mommies. All right. Oh my God, this boy is being so annoying. Boys are so annoying. All righty. I feel like it's so quiet in my house. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's just make sure. You know what? For some reason, I can't see. Okay. Okay, here's all the chats. Okay. All right, we're waiting for, she must be drunk already. Happy. I said happy hour, sweetheart. Turn up the miracle air. Okay. Just waiting for Shallon's Girl Guide to get on here. And if I don't see you, boo, just keep commenting because I'm going to make you a moderator. Sorry. All right. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. So we're in my mom's kitchen and let me show you what we got going on here. I'll get down real low and then I'll come back up. Okay. So we're gonna be making spicy skinny margaritas and we're gonna wait a few minutes. And so we're gonna be doing this. And then if you guys want to ask some questions, there's this new feature called Super Chat where you can submit a question. It's in the comment box, there's a little dollar sign. So you can go there and give an amount. And basically, the more you give, the longer your chat stays pinned. So the longer I have to see and to read it. So if you have a question that you like really want answered, that's the best way to like bring it to my attention because there's usually about 1,000 to 2,000 people on these chats. So your messages just go like brrr, like rapid fire, and it's hard for me to see who's asking questions and stuff. And that's a pretty good way to do it. So if you guys want to do that, that's fine. Okay, so here's what we got to make spicy skinnies because I love margaritas and I love being from Orange County, California, and everyone here drinks spicy skinny margaritas. This is just what we do. I think it's somewhere in the town charter that you have to. So is my earring like clanking against this microphone? Is it weird? If it is, just tell me and I can take my earrings out. I don't care. Okay, so we've got limes. I made a special run to the grocery store today, probably inadvisably, but I went to like a small mom and pop place and I felt good that I was supporting, local merchants and everything. So we've got limes that I do need to wash these. You know what? Okay, we'll do that. We've got limes, we've got oranges, we've got grapefruits, Caracara oranges, blood oranges, and navel oranges. I like to make them with blood oranges. I think it just gives it a little something fancier. And we've got tequila that we've been infusing with fresh jalapenos for the last few hours. And this one we have been infusing for like the last few days. And this is the thing with making alcohol infusions. There's like a diminishing rate of returns. Like at some point, like you infuse it too long and it tastes weird. Maybe this one doesn't because it's really good tequila. It's Clase Azul. That doesn't taste good. It tastes kind of like bitter and rotten, so you really don't want to infuse something for more than like a day. Let's drink out of here like I'm a hillbilly drinking grain alcohol out of a measuring cup. That is spicy. That is, whoa. Okay. Hi, boo. Hold on, let me make you a moderator. Okay, we have Shallon's Girl Guide is now a moderator, so be on your best behavior. So let's wash our produce. And people kind of make fun. Like when you go to the grocery store, people put like produce just in their cart without a bag. Do you know what goes in carts at grocery stores? Children. Horrible, disgusting, fecal matter drenched children. So even if you do put it in a bag, you need to wash your produce. And don't just rinse this shit. You wash it like soap and water because think about how many things this lime has touched from like growers on the tree, feeling them and squeezing them, pulling them off. on some conveyor belt, getting sorted in boxes in dusty truck. No, girl. Okay, so we're gonna need 1.5 limes per drink. And do I have about 35? Yes. So I'm gonna wash a few. I do buy reusable bags, but still, even if you put something in a bag, you wanna wash the shit. Do it nice hot water. Hot water. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. This is good practice. This is good practice, girls. You guys have to help me think of what to text this boy that I'm texting right now. He's like, I just feel like this is such a a layup for boys. Like we're all quarantined. Shit. We all have to like, we're all so bored. And it's like you could be texting me almost anything and I'm gonna be like delighted because the bar is so incredibly low right now. I'm just like, we're all just bored. Oh, here's a super chat from Jay. Hi. How do I get okay, wait. Okay. Okay. How do I get closer to my crush during quarantine? Okay. We have class together. We talked in person once and we don't follow each other on social media. So if you don't talk on social media, if you don't have each other's phone numbers, I would just kind of put a pin in this for now. This isn't going to last forever, and it's going to be weird to kind of like reach out randomly if you guys don't have any sort of rapport going. So you kind of don't want to be like all up in his pieces if he's like, we've never spoken to each other. Like if you guys don't have like any sort of organic, already semi relationship, just like a friendship or chit chat relationship, it's going to come off as like very strange if you're suddenly in his DMs. But if you really want to do that, you can. Thanks, Shallon's Girl Guide for, yeah. She is shadow banning a shit ton of people, so mind your P's and Q's. You can slide into his DMs, but ask him a question. Like that's a really good way to like appeal to a guy's sense of conversation because men communicate to solve problems, women communicate to build relationships. So if you're like, hey, do you know what the assignment is for Miss Stritcher's class? And blah, 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 blah. And then you can be like, so like, how's it going during quarantine? And remember, conversation is like tennis. If he's not bouncing the ball back, there's no game. Okay. Serena walks off the court if they miss the ball. It's like, we're all done here. Okay. Hi from Santiago, Chile. Okay. All right. So we've got also crucial a shaker. These are like you can get a shaker for like $10 at TJ Maxx, and they're just a nice addition to any bar. They're really really fun. Okay, we've got ice. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut up our limes. Let's talk about food hygiene. Cutting boards are a cesspool. They are like the Times Square of kitchen appliances, like of kitchen items. You not only want to put these things, like if you don't have a dishwasher, first of all, dishwashers are like the best in terms of sanitization. But like, I don't have one in New York. My mom does. So I put this goddamn thing in the dishwasher constantly. Skinny legend. God bless you. Please feel free to tell me how skinny I am throughout this. So I put this thing in the dishwasher, and if I can't, then I spray it with like Clorox with bleach or Lysol. Oh my God, I'm dropping all the limes I just cleaned. So always make sure you have a clean cutting board, and preferably cutting boards for different types of food. There's a fruit one, a vegetable one, a meat one, because all these things have different weird contagions. And you're probably thinking, wait, why do I need to clean a lime? Because I'm not like biting right into it. That's true. But your knife is going to slice into it and it's going to push the germs on the outside into those sweet, sweet innards. What's my zodiac sign? I am an Aquarius. All right. So you want to pick limes that are kind of, because that means and usually the smoother the skin, the more likely they are to be ripe. So we're just going to slice them in half. Let me tilt it down a little bit. That way you guys can look at my boobs. Oh, that's good. Yep, you can look at my boobs and at the cutting board. And we're going to slice the orange in half because we're going to use for each. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't this wonderful? I love you. Wonderful. So for each one margarita takes 1.5 limes and half an orange. Okay. And this is just like my own personal recipe. If there's another recipe you like, you can do whatever you want to do. Am I using Tinder for meeting boys? I have in the past, but when I look back on it, and even the boys that I'm dating now, we've all met in person, right? Oh, we got another super chat. Let's see. Ooh. What is this? Super chat's weird. You have to like, How do you do this? Okay. So I'm an exotic dancer here in Manhattan. Yes. And I was wondering when to tell guys I'm dating so that they don't think I'm trashy, easy, or not ambitious. Ugh. First of all, excellent movie to watch is Hustlers because you are neither trashy nor not ambitious. You are, in fact, doing God's work and like killing it out there. You're doing what we all should be doing, which is parting stupid, horny men from their money. Okay. But I think, like, you're right. You don't want people to get the wrong impression of you, but you also don't want to like filter who you are and make it so that you're uncomfortable with yourself, and have it be like the secret. And I'm working on a video series on Love is Blind. You take the lime, you squeeze juice out on Love is Blind, and how the black dude who was bisexual was like, I've always been rejected. And I'm like, my issue with him, I don't care if he's bisexual, whatever. It's like, maybe you want to date people who are bi, maybe not. It's your preference. But the fact, it was how he approached it. He approached it from a place of apology and shame. And I feel like if he'd been like, yeah, I dated dudes, no big deal, it wouldn't have been a big deal to Diamond, his fiance, but because he made it such a deal, she then felt entitled to like pass judgment on it. And I mean, judgment is kind of inevitable as a human, but I don't think he helped himself any with that sort of vibe. I think he's also on there for the wrong reasons, but whatever. I'll address that. So I think when you do decide to tell guys, make sure you can trust them, right? Make sure, oh, hi, I love Startle. Hi. And hi, Dim. I saw your super chat. Hello. Yeah, make sure you can trust them and really have a sense of their character. Ask them questions ask them their political leanings, ask them their religious leanings. If they're very conservative, they're probably going to have a lot of judgment for you because unfortunately those two things seem to walk hand in hand. And remember, your story and your life and your history is no one else's business. And total transparency is not required to be in a relationship. You can filter and edit whatever you want. Okay. Don't feel like you're obligated to tell everyone the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Fuck them. Because, oh, men don't lie to us. And not like we should be lying, but you should just be judicious about information you put out there because unfortunately people do think that they have the. Okay. So now we're squeezing the blood orange. At what point should you give up on a relationship if you know they're not the one? The point where you know they're not the one. Because look, I'm not saying every single person you date is somebody you have to marry. Weird. But okay. I love how people like come on here to like talk shit about me. It's like, I guess you really don't have anything to do with your time, but you could be making a cocktail, loser. So yeah, you don't have to like marry everyone you date. And I don't even think that's like a healthy point of view, but you do have to be learning something either about yourself, about the world. Like, okay, you're dating a guy and you're like, he's not the one, but he's teaching me about the stock market and we have fun together. I was like, okay, great. Like, do that, boo. But if you're not really getting anything out of it and you're just spinning your wheels, life's too short. What if you died from corona? Wouldn't you be like, great, last days of my life spent with Bruce. Hi, Pan. Oh, thank you tons for your advice. It's helped me get through really tough times and getting out of a codependent relationship. You know what? You guys helped me get out of a codependent relationship. Like, yes, I give stuff to you, but truly, you guys give so much back to me. Like, I would be really sad and lonely in this quarantine if I didn't have you guys to talk to. It really, really makes a big, big difference. Oh my God. My rising sign, I don't know. Capricorn? We're all pretty kind of creative and selfish, so I would assume so. Okay, so now that we've got our juice, and it doesn't seem like a lot, right? I was like, there's no way, but oh, well, that's sour. That's sour. Okay, now we take the secret ingredient for the skinny margarita, stevia. I steal them from Starbucks and Coffee Bean every chance I get. Watching from Ireland, hi! I love Ireland. Okay, so stevia comes in the green packet. Okay, how do I get my ex to get back with me? So you can use stevia or Splenda. I recommend stevia. It's a lot smoother and use 1 packet per cocktail, okay? So you're gonna put these all in the shaker. How do you make your ex wanna get back? First of all, he can't miss you if you're not gone, right? So you gotta ice his ass out. I assume he broke up with you. So that means you need to Give him a big dose of what it is he thinks he wants. Basically, he doesn't want to be with you. Okay, bye. Bye. Then you need to work on addressing what was actually wrong in the relationship. And because if you had a real relationship and you guys were fighting about something, like get to the bottom of that. Because no one wants to think that they're just going to get back in a relationship and back into the same bullshit. So then you can go to him and be like, here's how things are going to be different. I missed one. Hi, Amy. Can exes ever be friends? Maybe after like a long time. Friendship is neutral, right? So if you don't feel neutrally about him and if you don't think he feels neutrally about you, no. Like I'm still friends with my ex-husband, friends, and we like are kind of like schmoopy to, when we talk and stuff, and it's not healthy. So we're not neutral. Like, no. So I wouldn't recommend getting into the pickle I am in. I wouldn't. Hi, Camille. Hi, Camille. What's your best way to get over insecurities that are baseless and you know it? I think surrounding yourself with people who don't focus on their insecurities. We're going to take about 3 or 4 ice cubes, put them in the shaker. Put everything in the shaker. Like just to be around people who simply don't tolerate that kind of like, I'm so fat bullshit. It's like, enough. That's going to make you operate at a higher level too. And also, whatever you think that insecurity is, try to do something that disproves. If you think you're fat, join a running club. Start doing workouts that you're like, you know what? Okay, maybe I'm not a size 0, but look what I lifted. Look what I did with my body. Look, I helped unload food at the food bank today. And I couldn't have done that if I was like 30 pounds lighter, you know? Hi, Pushpita. Hi. How to gain social popularity on Instagram. My friends are models and I feel unnoticed amongst other models. How to make real friends that don't leave me out. Well, you're asking for 2 different things. You're asking for popularity on Instagram, which is vapid and ridiculous. And then you're asking for real friends. Not the same. Internet friends aren't real friends. Internet likes isn't that's not real validation. When someone likes your picture, it's not like I see you and I know you and I appreciate you and I have empathy and I'm there for you. It's something they do in the toilet. Okay? Like being popular is something we all want. And when we want something, whether it's a boy to like it or whatever, to like us, we look for like a metric, an astrology that says it's going to happen, or this or that. And certainly when we want to be popular, it's like, okay, if I have X number of followers, somebody's going to like me. It doesn't work like that. Focus on finding real friends. And you do that through being authentic because then you're magnetic and people want to be around the authentic girl. Okay, let's go back. Wish I could just like click these. Why can't I fucking click them? This is so stupid. Ugh. Okay. I'm keeping your anxiety low. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Can I please just random Matthew Hussey? I need that savage energy to get me through quarantine. You know what? Yes. Yes, I can. Him and his heather gray blue V-neck shirts and all, I don't get it. And I hate how he wastes women's time. Okay. Here's the rant. And Swati, you brought this up to me where it's always like, get the guy. Like that's his thing. Get the guy. How about we be like Rihanna? How about I'm not trying to get a guy to begin with. I'm trying to get me. I'm trying to make the relationship with me. And then men are the byproduct of that, right? Like he's like a crash dieter. It's like throw up your food so you're thin. And I'm like, I'm trying to give you a healthy life. And so that your body is at a healthy point and being slim is a byproduct or whatever you want your body to be. You know what I mean? I don't like how he's like, get the guy. Fuck, get your goddamn self. Okay. How do you get over an ex after he rebounds? I think it's really painful to see someone you love with someone else, but the fact that they move on quick just shows their weak character and it shows that they're not willing to do any work to figure out like to process the loss of your relationship. They just like can't be alone. And when I see someone's like that, I'm like, oh, it's such a turn off to me. Such a turn off. Oh, your sister's gonna have plastic surgery and you're scared. Okay, wait, I have to ask answer a different one first. Hi, Shallon, love you. I lived with my boyfriend's mother in our house for 2 years. We finally moved her out. Whoops. We finally moved her out. What is your immediate reaction? Well, fucking good. I'm glad you finally moved her out. Like, that's for in-laws. And what's the difference between an in-law and your situation? The ring. He wants a commitment from you like a wife, and you're not his wife, right? So if he wants your whole life to orient around his family, he's got to put that ring on it, you know? And maybe that's not what you guys want, but I don't think it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. My reaction is you're a good person to move someone into your house for 2 years, and that's ooh, I'm I don't think I could do that without a ring on my finger, a big one. How about for every year she was there, you get an extra carat on that ring? Think about it. Okay. My sister's gonna have plastic surgery, and I'm scared she's gonna be hotter than me. Okay. Hotness is not about, it truly, truly, truly isn't about looks. What do I always say? The secret to being a hot girl is simply deciding that you are one. So, I mean, look at like, I ask guys all the time, the guys I date who are like 22, 23. Oh, is he texted back? Yes, he's so annoying. Um, I'm like, who's the hottest girl? Like, who's the hottest celebrity? They never say Kylie Jenner. They never say Kim. They say Courtney. They say Sandra Bullock, Jennifer Aniston, the natural girls, you know? So that's not what it's about. I promise. Thanks, you. I don't need advice. Oh, just fangirling. Hi, Jacinta. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. Ugh, we need to get caught up. Okay. I'm keeping your anxiety low. Good. Okay, ranted about Matthew Hussey. A guy I like kissed me, and next day I had a panic attack. At the end of the day, I went off on him because he shared a photo with another girl. What do I do now? Okay, you need to address your panic attacks, right? That's first and foremost because that's gassing you up mentally and you're not making good decisions. Like, no, it's not. I would be really upset and heartbroken too if I saw that a guy I was something, who'd kissed me was sharing a picture with another girl. But I think you can just call him out in a more neutral way. Like, hey, who is this? Do you want me to DM her and ask her who she is, or would you like to tell me for real? And then move on. Like, if he's like that, he's just a player. Okay. How do I date in NYC? I'm new here, but I feel so lonely here before being quarantined. I threw myself into a whole bunch of really weird activities. Get involved in sports, not like playing them necessarily. And I know it's hard now because like the sports season is completely on hold. But when I was really involved in hockey, I was playing it at Chelsea Piers and I was watching the Rangers game. I met so many boys. It gives you something to talk about right away, which is great. And then do something fun with your friends, like something creative, volunteer for some political campaigns. You really want to get out and about because you truly are going to meet people better when you are doing something like IRL. Okay. What's your take on women with commitment issues who crave a relationship? How to overcome it? Hi, Aquarius. Hi, Camellia. I think maybe you just kind of haven't met the right person. Like maybe you're meeting people who are making you feel really unstable and unhappy and like anxious. We gotta keep going. Okay, so wait. Okay, I'll finish the question. Also, go into therapy. Get into therapy because I think this is coming from like unresolved trauma or childhood relationships or family dynamics. Like you're interpreting a relationship as inevitably leading to X, Y, or Z, usually heartbreak. When you think about it, heartbreak's not going to kill you. You're still here. I'm still here. The sun comes up. God, she's still on the throne. So don't view heartbreak as the thing that's going to kill you. It's not. It's going to be the thing you learn from. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I've never dated, only been in relationships. Last one lasted 7 years. We were friends first. Now I'm on Tinder. Any advice? I have a whole video on how to make your Tinder profile dope. Since this is so spicy, we're just going to do a little bit of this one. And we're going to add more regular tequila because we can always make it spicier later. But basically, you want a shot glass or two full of liquor. This is, I have no idea. I have no idea what this measurement is. The shot glass is over there. I'm just like too lazy to go get it. Okay, we're adding a little more. And then we pour all this in. And then we shake it up. So you're on Tinder. Guys want to see that you're hot and not crazy. You want to have good pictures and you want to keep your bio brief. Okay? This is how you want to shake up and down. Okay, until a nice frost forms on the edge. And then we're going to get a highball glass. And we're going to add a few more ice cubes in here. We're going to strain over ice. Okay, let's see. What have I missed? How to get over my hurt ego after being dumped. If you're your ego's hurt after being tells me you didn't actually like him. You liked him because you thought he was going to like you. And if that's the case, look at what else you could be doing in your life to keep your ego healthy, like working on side projects, getting your career in order, right? Because we can't date guys and be that cold blooded animal and just date them for the validation and the adoration. Because then when they leave, we're like, and your ego takes so much longer to heal than your heart, for real. Tips for a glow up during quarantine. Keto. Get on some eating regimen. It doesn't have to be keto. It can be Weight Watchers, veganism, eat a salad every day, but do something. It's going to make you feel like you have more control. Do 5 minutes of planks a day. Well, that's a lot. Do a minute and a half of planks every day. Do some squats, do some burpees. Download, there's so many online workouts right now. See if you can bleach your teeth, get some Crest White strips on Amazon Prime. Those are on my Amazon storefront. By the way, if you guys need some quarantine and prepper stuff that is really going to help, go to my Amazon storefront. That's amazon.com/shop/Shallon Lester. All the stuff, because I'm a doomsday prepper, is on Prime and none of it's sold out. So you can get all of that. I'll link it in the bottom. Okay, let's see. Ooh. The sweetest thing your exes did for you when you were together. Oh my gosh, my ex-husband did so many sweet things. When he proposed, he made this nesting box. It's in my bedroom here. It's too painful to look at, but like each box was a stage of our relationship. And he wrote a computer program. So that was one thing. But then he also wrote this other computer program. He called me Bunny. So he called it the Daily Bunny. And it was a newsletter every single morning with only information I wanted, like aggregated from Reddit. So it was cute animal pictures. It was like 5 cute animal pictures, 5 like factoids from that thread, the weather, and like 2 other things, and like my horoscope or something. And I got it in my inbox every single day. And it had like a little hand drawn picture of a bunny. It was amazing. It was amazing. That was really sweet. So nerds finish first, okay? Straight was such a good idea. How long should you wait for a guy to make things official? Do you drop hints and when do you walk away? I would think like 3 months is kind of like they should be putting a title on things. And I don't think you need to drop hints, but you need to start pulling away. Like, and he doesn't need to know where you are every single night. It's okay to get a man frustrated because that man is now going to take action because men are hunters. So if he doesn't, don't let him know where you are. Don't be super available. So don't accept last minute dates. Like that's girlfriend behavior. That's not dating behavior. No. How do you stay looking so good? I'm so true. I stopped. Okay, so I don't heat style my hair very often, like only when I film and then not a lot. But I am a big, big fan of scalp exfoliation. Like I have really, these sharp acrylic nails. You really want to like scratch your scalp as much as you can because that's going to slough off the dead cells and promote hair growth. I had extensions for years. I have doubled my hair volume. I never thought in my life my hair would be this long and this natural and this thick. Never. It hasn't been since I was a kid. So definitely do that. I get regular facials. I get laser facials, chemical peels, and I do the keto diet. But I've been off the wagon. Okay. Okay. We're gonna pour this. Okay. So we shook it up. We're gonna pour it over ice. We're gonna strain it. Oh, look at that beautiful color. Isn't that fun? That's the blood orange. Oh, the perfect pour. And now, oh shit, this is fresh. This is good. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. And then I like garnish to be a little fancy bitch. So I make a round of limes, cut a little bottom in it. Cheers from the Kobe Cantina. You know what? Let's move and let's sit down. Let's sit down a spell and get comfortable. Come on over. Ooh. Ooh. Hi, Sarah. Okay, let's sit on down. Is my mom's house pretty? Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm coming back. Okay. Ooh, this is nice, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go back through these questions. See what we got. See what we got. Okay. Pierce said, "How do you become friends with someone you look up to like an alpha?" I think, that's a good question. There's something in you that feels alpha as well, so I think it's important to play that up. Or like people love to be people love to feel like experts. So appeal to her ego, be like, "You know what? I would love to take you to dinner and I want to hear about your career." Like it's fascinating. And so you appeal to their vanity in a little bit. And then I'm a big believer in organizing and hosting. Host a craft afternoon, host a happy hour, host a digital virtual COVID cantina, something like that people are going to be like, "Oh, she's hosting, and so that makes her look like a leader, which is also an alpha. So she's going to want to be around you. Be okay taking risks, but don't position yourself too much as like a fangirl because it's hard to be friends. People aren't friends with fans. I am. Okay, let's see what else. Uh, Julian, should I message these two fuckboys I am worried about during a crisis? One is a doctor, one's a nurse. I'm legit worried for them. I'm not worried about fuckboys. They're like cockroaches, they survive. They are like the virus themselves, they adapt. But I mean, yeah, if you're legit worried, but like ask yourself this, would they be worried about you? If you were a doctor or a nurse, would they be sending you texts? And if they wouldn't, you don't need to worry about their bitch ass. Like you can no, you don't. You can just say like, "Hey, hope you're staying safe." Blue heart. Blue heart. Okay, not the red heart. No. Okay. Crooked Creek said, "What is it about the type of guys, or maybe me, where they tend to share embarrassing or too personal facts about themselves out of nowhere, such as them taking Accutane in high school?" It's people, so fuckboys will do that to give you this false sense of closeness because then they try to have sex with you and you can't say, like, "Whoa, like, we don't even know each other." And they're like, "What do you mean? I told you about my Accutane." So, or I think people do that because they're awkward and they don't know that that's not appropriate, but everyone has a different threshold of appropriateness. So, I just don't respond well when people talk about like bathroom stuff. I'm like, I don't laugh politely. I was like, "Oh, we teach people how to treat us." Fuck, that's spicy. Oh, so good though. I am good at this. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Bernice. You're amazing. True. I've been talking to this boy and it's been great. I know he's into me, but the energy has been stagnant lately. How do I get it moving and how do I get him to commit? Pull back. It might be stagnant because he's a little too comfortable and he's a little too sure about your like feelings for him. So feel free to pull back. This is a great time to work on ourselves and not be chasing guys and see what they do. See what they do. Everyone's home trapped with their laptops and computers. They're not talking to you, it's because they don't want to be. Trust me, I'm going through this. Dealing with parents' disapproval. You know what? They got to live their life the way they did and hear them out. And if their disapproval comes from a place of logic, okay, log it as data points. Don't just be reactive and be like, "No, I'm not going to listen to you." But if they're wanting you to follow the exact path they took, they don't have the right to say that. It's your life. Hi, Libby. Advice on how to use a communal laundry room. Ooh, I do my laundry at like midnight. I do it super, super late because no one's down there. And I use like really powerful bleach. I put bleach in everything, wash everything on hot because it kills germs. You don't want that. Hi, Sarah, Vu. Randy, a guy of a month wants to see me again, but is seeing his ex on a work trip. Told him to see how he feels after and contact me. He still wants to see me. How should I play it when he does? Um, I mean, he probably does want to see you. He might be a dick who wants to have two girlfriends. I don't know. I guess it's like good he told you he was going with his ex on a work trip, but I think you could be honest and be like, I really don't know what to think about this. Like it seems like you're still involved with your ex and that's not really a situation I want to like get into and see what he has to say for himself. We don't need to always like play it a certain way. Sometimes we can just tell shit like it is, like Dr. Phil. You know what? I'm gonna move this. I don't like the lighting over here. I'm sorry. We're moving back. We're moving back. Ugh, I look so much better over here, right? Okay, hold on. Let me go get my, oh, that's better. Okay. I can't believe this is a margarita. This looks so good. Like aesthetically, it's very on brand. All right, let's see who else we got going on. Hi, Megan. I was looking forward to this all day. I'm dating a really good looking, charming guy who works in a mostly female environment. He constantly has girls at work who develop crushes. How do I deal? Why do you know that he has girls crushing on him all the time? Because he told you? That's because he wants you to know. Either he wants to let you know that you don't have a lot of power here, or he's trying to give you not so subtle hints that he's a player and a fuck boy. I would proceed with extreme caution. This dude, like, or he's lying and he's like just trying to puff himself up, which all of this speaks to like kind of a beta dude or a fuck boy. And I don't know which is worse. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Live life lash. Oh, girl, I need my lashes. I grew up in a cult and it's left me alone, unconfident, and without any resources. How do I gain knowledge and confidence? Oops. And I can't afford therapy. You can't afford therapy, but you can afford some books, right? There's a lot of books on this subject at the library, on psychology.com. Search their articles because it's all people who write these books doing these articles. So that's how you do it. And then you gain self esteem by doing esteemable things. Give back to other people. Work with some cult deprogramming centers and be around other people who've gone through what you have, because I know how you feel is probably very alone and isolated, and you don't have to feel that way, right? Wait a minute. Ugh. Okay, hold on. We have to figure out how to respond to this boy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if this is like the right thing to text. Put in fun, I get fun out. Put in. Ugh. Ah. Sorry. Who signed up for the live stream to watch me live text a boy? Okay, wait. You ever say something risky and then you like need to add like a heart emoji to soften it? 'Cause he's just, I don't know. He's okay. So he's in New York and I'm out here, obviously. And he's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm in Newport." And he's like, "Oh, I wish we were together." I was like, "I know." I was like, he's like, "Maybe should I just fly out there?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, kind of want to see you." And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go coast to coast just for a kinda, huh?" And I'm like, "Well, you know, what you get out, you put in." He's like, I was like, "You got to work for it." I said, "You got to work for it." He's like, "I shouldn't have to work, just have fun." And I was like, "Well, then you get out what you put in." And he's like, "So if I put fun in, I get fun out." What is the conversation? And I was like, "Well, when you put in quality, you get a quality girl's attention." And then I added the hearts. I don't know. I feel so rusty. I also don't fucking care. I also don't fucking care. Okay. Okay. How do I get friends and family to stop bringing up certain aspects of myself that I want to be more low key? Another Californian. Hi, Caitlin. I think you could tell them, be like, "Hey, I don't really want to be like goth Caitlin anymore. Like, I'm moving into a new thing. So I would appreciate it if, as I develop, we kind of move away from these things." Or like, "Hey, you know, it hurts my feelings when you like make fun of how clumsy I am. Like, I don't like it." Just because people might not know. Like, they just think they're being funny or like jovial with you and they don't realize you have a weak spot. And so then if you tell them, "Hey, this is like a sore spot for me," and they still do it, and you can start to set those boundaries a little bit harder. Panic attack, girl, follow up. Hi. Girl in the photo was just a colleague. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Now he sees me differently. I'm afraid of telling him about the attack. Don't tell him you had a panic attack, okay? Like, you don't want to look weak. Not that you are weak if you have panic attacks, but you aren't under control of how you're feeling. And he's going to just be like, okay, then there's more drama coming. Like, this is clearly something she deals with. So she's going to be dealing with it more. There's going to be more drama, blah, 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 blah. And you don't, so get yourself together and then you can be like, you know what? When I freaked out that other day, it wasn't you. Like, it was something that I was dealing with. But I'm getting control over it and it's really a priority in my life. So it's not going to happen again. I'm sorry. That's all you need to say, downplay. Hmm. Seneca, what a cool name. I feel like I don't know where to draw the line between nice and friendly and being taken as flirty. Is being a sweet person always taken as flirty? I'm a female engineer and around men all day. That's tough because it's like, I don't think acting like a man in an all male environment gets you ahead. I think you have to like use your feminine wiles to a point, but then let people know you're not that bitch. You know what I mean? And that can be really tricky. Oh shit, I have to put this ice back. Hold on. Mom's gonna get mad. Isn't it funny how we just all revert to our teenage selves? At least, when you're like back with your family. So I think you really have to I would err on the side of being much less flirty and sweet and more about your business. Because don't worry if people like you, they're going to like you automatically at work if you're confident and capable, right? Save the flirtation for after because people, especially in an all male environment, they're going to try to use that against you. Hi, Hudson. My BFF is in major love with her man, but he has erectile dysfunction and she constantly has to repress the urge to cheat on him. The first time, for the first time, I have no advice for her. Sex is the glue that holds a relationship together. If you don't have sex, you have friendship. And of course, she's going to start to feel resentful that she's dating a friend and she can't go out and sleep with other people. If he's not willing to get help for this and go to a sex therapist or a doctor, then I don't see why she should be stuck in a relationship where her needs aren't getting met because some guy's stubborn or embarrassed. That shit doesn't fly with me. That's not how a relationship works. Pushpita, how do you start your niche and find a YouTube channel? Do what's authentic. Do what's authentic. It took me a really long time to figure out my niche, and it evolves every day as I evolve and as the feedback you guys give me evolve. So do what you like and do it consistently and give yourself the room to maneuver, right? Because as long as you're authentic, people are going to be down for it. Maria, how to set up effective development goals so it turns into new habits. Start small. Start small into something that's actionable. Don't be like, I'm running a marathon in 3 months. Be like, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week and run for 15 minutes per time because then you're going to build up your confidence. Even if what you truly want to achieve is outside of that realm, you're going to be on the path to achievement. It's going to become more natural to you and you're going to be more used to it. Eliza collaboration. We did a podcast together. If you go on her podcast, Ask Eliza Anything, I'm on one of the episodes around November. We had a really good time. I love Eliza. Oh, yes. How to date in this climate. Put dating on the back burner. I'm feeling, anxious too. I'm ovulating, which means all I want to do is get laid. I hope my mom can hear me. But girl, we're all kind of quarantined in. Use this to focus on yourself so that when this lifts and we're back on Tinder, we're back out there, we are snatched. We are healthy. We are rested. We have read some books. We have something to fucking talk about. We started that Etsy store we've been thinking about doing forever. This is the time for development. Hibernation is not the same as mating season, right? For a reason. Bears know this. We got to know what to do, girl. Pink letter unicorn. How do you move past but still own a difficult past? You have to change your origin story. You have to change what it means because we can't change what happened, but we can change what it means. And we can change what it means when we learn from it. I used to be super embarrassed that I grew up with a single mom because in my town, that was not the case. It was not. Now I'm like, That is my greatest strength because I learned empathy, I learned financial independence, I learned to work harder than my peers. So for every negative viewpoint of a situation, negative analysis, there's a positive one. So it's up to you to deduce what that positive one is. Mhm. Hi, Victoria. My boyfriend got so drunk. I got so drunk that my boyfriend said I try to beat him up and I said horrible things. When we are drunk, are we telling the truth? How to make the situation right again? We're not necessarily telling the truth, we're working out an emotion, you know? So if you feel that kind of rage towards him or some circumstance in your life, that's what you need to address. And that's what you tell him. You get to the bottom of what was driving that, because something was, girl, and then you convey that to him because then he'll know it won't happen again. Hi, Sasha. Hi, Ariana. Oh, changed my life for Lauren. How do I get him to reach out to me? We used to be close, but now it's silence. He keeps up with everything I do, which I know means zero, but he lives in the back of my mind. I mean, I go through this too. I think we all do. I think we just have to keep living a life that is magnetic and authentic and block him on things. Block him on things. Like mute him, shadow ban him, whatever, so that you're not constantly checking that Snapchat, constantly looking at your Instagram story. Like if that's the only thing that's keeping it alive, it's time to pull the plug on that. I was locked in a situation like that for 2 years with my Hurt Locker. And once I like blocked him, I got over him literally within 2 weeks because he was no longer loitering on my emotional property, right? How far to go on a first date? As far as you want, as far as feels comfortable. Don't fuck him. Don't do it. Do whatever you want, be a hoe, but it's probably not going to lead to a relationship. And it It has I dated someone for almost a year that I slept with on the first date, but I felt like I robbed myself of that sexual tension that was brewing. And besides, once you start having sex, you're like oxytocin bonding hormones get involved and you lose the ability to judge someone neutrally. So wait as long as you can. Long as you can. Hi, Erica. Advice for resisting the urge to call an ex. Tell a friend who tolerates your crazy that you're going to text her and you want her to respond as though that is the ex. And then you kind of like get it out, or just write the text you want to send in your notes app and then revisit, be like, I'm going to revisit this in 24 hours. And chances are you're going to look back and be like, ooh, I'm so glad I didn't do that. It's like anything else. It's just self control fucking sucks. I'm with you. So with you. Okay. Guys, we're going to, let's see. Ah, sorry. I'm getting like, Erica. Text X. Okay. Do a video talking to an astrologer. Yeah, that would be fun. I definitely want to do that. One of my friends is becoming an astrologer, so that would be super fun. How to make friends in a new city. Yes, I want to talk about law of attraction later. I got to get through these super chats. I don't even know how to like turn this shit off because I feel like it's like we're getting overloaded. He's so annoying. Friends in new city, get involved in some stuff. Like take some workout classes where it's like kind of culty, like not Soul Cycle, but something where people will interact more and start to invite people over. Go to meetups for things you're interested in. So it's so spicy. And don't be afraid to invite people over for happy hour. Be like, hey guys, like after Soul Cycle, I'm having people over to my place for happy hour. Or like the chick next to you in Pilates. Be like, would you like to grab coffee after this? I was thinking about going and treating myself to a frappuccino. You really have to put yourself out there. And even if you don't love the person you're talking to, they might have friends that you do like. Most of my friends are like the second connection and we like cut out the middleman. How do I get out of the cycle of being lazy? Oh, I know. You just got to do it. And once you start, you slough off that laziness, and truly the hardest part is starting. So when you're like, oh, I have to get off the couch and I have to clean, that's as hard as it's going to get. Really, that's as hard as it's going to get. And acknowledge that. Be like, this is the peak of annoyance. And then once I start, it's going to be fine. And then the next time I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm going to remember that it wasn't that right? And then that's going to cultivate that feeling of getting it done in other categories of your life. Hold on. Okay. Bethany, I'm considering moving to LA to pursue my music and writing career. Any advice for planning a judicious move and new beginning? Live where you can afford to live, get jobs, drive what you can afford to drive, and don't get caught up in the LA hype. You're embarking on a career that is going to make you poor for a while, and you're going to look around and you're going to respond to all these people in their social masks and their credit card debt, but you can't see the debt. You just see the fun trips and the flashy cars. Stay the course. Make a budget, right? Network, go to bed early, get up early. Don't drink a ton. When I was at my most successful, that's what I was doing. Do as I say, not as I do, peeps. Mhm. I'll be exiting my teens while in quarantine and want to make the best of my 20s. What can I do to get over fear and self-doubt? You go do the hard thing and you start doing hard things in other categories of your life so that you're used to doing the hard things. Be brave in other categories, so that when it comes time to go after your career, you're like, I'm not a wuss. I'm brave. I did the brave thing. I did the brave little thing. Start volunteering. Start helping other people. Like build that core of self-esteem and it's going to be a lot easier to go after what you want. Should I be friendly to the guy next to me at work who harassed me for months? No. Why would you be friendly to that person? If that's how you define a friend, someone who harassed you for months, how do you define an enemy? Because if you're nice to him, he's going to start harassing you again. No, it's okay to hate people. Fuck that guy. Give me his at. I'll harass him. He wants to be harassed? I'll show him what harassment looks like. I'll cyberbully him. I'll fucking dox him. Sheila says, my sister in law told me, I'm sorry your mother is sick, but it's getting old and I don't want to hear about it anymore. In response to why I missed her daughter's party, I hate her. Okay, I hate her too. I would address this with your whoever is related to you that's married to that fucking bitch, probably your brother, and be like, she doesn't speak to me that way. And then you say that to her. You're like, you don't speak to me this way. She seems to think it's her world and everyone's just living in it. And just disconnect from her. Just be like, you know what? For the next 8 months, don't invite me to anything. You're right. I'm dealing with a lot. I understand you don't want to hear about it. You're stressed. Consider me gone until I'm healthy enough to come back in. You don't need this fuck shit. Rihanna, how to dissuade my friend from chasing a guy in a long-term relationship. She's been hooking up since they met. They keep talking and had drinks the other day. Did she watch this channel? She should. Don't let her put a rosy spin on this. Every time she brings it up, be like, so you the mistress, you the side chick. No, but that's what you are. And I'm telling you this because I love you and you need to walk in the light of the truth about your position in this. You are the bad guy. You are the one that is gonna be bearing the brunt of this when she finds out, and she will. You're gonna be the bad guy. You're gonna look like the slut and the villain. And that's how you're gonna start to feel about yourself. Sometimes we just have to let people make their own mistakes, but I would give her a dose of that reality up front and don't normalize this. The shame will get to her. Feeling protective and glad you and your mom are together. Oh, thanks for the awesome content. My favorite teeth whitening kit just is Crest White Strips. You can also get Zoom whitening, like the laser in office one on Groupon for like $100 usually. It's super worth it. It lasts for years. Like, I don't know, I go once every like 3 or 4 years. So it's definitely worth it. But the Crest ones, they work great. Broke it off with my ex because I couldn't deal with his tendencies to be attracted to underage girls. Oh my God. Should I still be friends? No! You shouldn't be friends with your ex at all. I don't care who else he's attracted to. If they're 58-year-old girls, no, no. You got out of that relationship because your intuition told you this person is bad. And no shit, he hasn't told you he's acted on it. He will, even if he doesn't. The fact that he's attracted to anybody else and is letting you know about it, no, don't No, don't be friends with fucking Drake. Lauren, what were things you did to get over your hurt locker? Um, I had him blocked for about 9 months, but obviously it did nothing. Had. Past tense? Like you unblocked him? Lauren, did you unblock your hurt locker? Did you unblock your hurt locker? You might have. Keep blocking them and then go back and analyze what was wrong in your life when you met this person and imprint it on them. I realized my hurt locker was a person I met when my marriage had ended, and I wanted like a fresh start, and he seemed like the freshest, newest person in the world. And it's like I didn't want to date him; I wanted to be him. It's twisted. Oh, how long to wait before telling a boyfriend that I was in a really abusive relationship? Is it wise to? Yeah, but only if he is your actual boyfriend, and only if you're certain about his character. Sometimes people can use our weaknesses against us. But if you think it's going to come, if again, you present this as a story of strength, not as a story of victimization and weakness. You're like, this is what I overcame. This is what I've learned. Not this is who hurt me. No, because you're not that bitch. You're not the bitch. You are the overcomer. You are the survivor. And that's how you position it. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Marianne. I was planning on getting married in August. I think it's going to be fine in August. The summer, everything's going to be fine. It's all going to come back in November because that's a cycle of virology. That's just epidemiology, and that's when viruses come back. It's cold and flu season. So I think everything's going to be fine. I wouldn't make any sudden moves in at least until April or May when we kind of see how this evens out, but I think it'll be fine. Sunny, how to leave your comfort zone. Sign up for some new shit. You got it. How to leave anywhere, how to leave the state, how to leave the country. You simply go. You make plans, you put money down, you tell everyone, like, this is what I'm doing. You block your schedule out, whether it's a trip around the world or it's going to CrossFit every 2 days or whatever. And you put one foot in front of the other and you fucking go. And you realize that even if you don't love it, and even if you're not the CrossFit champion, you still are learning something about the world or about yourself, right? Ah, how to deal with a boyfriend who has a lot of friends that are girls and they do not know boundaries. Is it the girls who don't know boundaries or is it your boyfriend who doesn't know boundaries? Because it sounds like he's the common denominator here. I don't have any guy friends. And I especially don't have guy friends when I have a boyfriend. It's inappropriate. And it's like, and especially if it's like, oh, like Chad and Jeff and James, they don't know boundaries. Well, what you permit, you promote, baby boy. So he is clearly giving those girls green lights and he's not standing up to them and being like, you're being inappropriate. Stop it. He's clearly texting them back. He's clearly hanging out with them still. He's the problem. So the conversation you have is with him. Okay. Oh boy. How to stop feeling like my man is cheating? You need to be busy. You need to be busy and keep yourself so busy you don't have time to obsess about this, right? And also realize that if he is cheating, you'll be okay. This isn't going to break you. You're not going to not love again. Everything, even if worst case happens, you will survive. Hmm. Birthday ideas for Italians. Eating? I don't know. Sex? I don't know. Put it off. And, if your birthday's now, be like, hey, everybody, my birthday is now going to be August 3rd. Make it exactly 3 months down the line or 5 months or whatever it is. And then plan a really big, fun celebration. It's okay. How do you not get emotionally hurt by someone who's cold hearted that I really like and they lack social skills? You like someone cold hearted with no social skills? I confronted him. Okay. There shouldn't be confronting when you like someone. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. And he can be apologetic about that, but he's not bouncing the ball back. This is tennis. And you keep lobbing the ball his way, and he's like, oh, that person is now not a tennis player. They're a person standing on your court, preventing you from finding someone to actually play tennis with. Time to keep it moving. How to move on from a husband. Oh, separated from mine. I'm working on a divorce. Oh gosh. Get into some therapy. Seriously. and accept that, like, it's gonna suck right now. And you don't have to, like, be completely over him. This is huge. This is a huge life shift, and just put one foot in front of the other until you get these, like, logistical things ironed out, and then you can go back and analyze what went wrong and what you can learn from it, and that really has helped me move on, like, okay, like, I learned from my behavior, I learned from his behavior, I learned from the pain, I learned from the good times, and no, it's not always easy, but when you're in that sticky middle and it's not ironed out yet, literally just try to be good to yourself, get enough rest, eat your vegetables, drink a quarantini, and just try to get through it and accept that you're going to be in pain for a little while, but I swear it won't be forever. Now you just have to like work on keeping yourself together. And then you can do the things to get over it. Just go through the motions until it doesn't feel like motions, it starts to feel like your life. Hmm. If I date a Pisces guy. Oh yeah, my Hurt Locker was a Pisces. They're like fish. They swim up to you and then they dart away. It was awful. Guy keeps coming back in my life after he goes and talks to other girls. What should I do? What would you tell me to do? What would you tell me to do? Would a guy who keeps ghosting you and leaving you as a plan B and like on the back burner, is that respect? No. Is it love? No. That's not even friendship. Cut him. How to not let okay, you guys, we got to stop the super chats. Can we not do any more super chats? No more super chats. I'm only accepting super chats over $10 from now on because there's just too many. I'm so sorry. I'm like, because I want to get to the manifestation part, but we've already been doing this for an hour and we're tired. You know what? We'll do a manifestation one tomorrow. How about that? Okay. We'll do a manifestation live chat tomorrow and we'll do more spicy marks, but we'll do another one. Okay. All right. Let's see. How to not let my emotionally abusive relationship with my dad get in the way of a romantic relationship. Um, Again, get into some therapy and connect the dots on how your dad's behavior is mirrored in your current relationship, you know? And then when you see those triggery things, you can get some clarity to be like, I'm not reacting to my boyfriend right now. I'm reacting to my dad. And my boyfriend isn't my dad. So I'm going to deal with him in a completely neutral way. I'm going to cosplay as though I don't have my dad. And I'm going to approach this as though I was a bird flying over the top of this relationship, looking at it from that view and deciding how I want to act. I'm going to decide how I act. I'm not just going to be triggered and reactive. I'm going to be proactive. Okay. Perfect guy, but he didn't make me laugh once. Do I pursue or no? Think about if you were in quarantine with someone who doesn't make you laugh. Life is really long. And like one big issue with my previous relationships is like they never made me laugh. And I'm like, it shouldn't be like stand up hour, but if they aren't funny and jovial, they take themselves really seriously. And that's just not someone I'm going to jive with. And they're probably not going to be able to calm me down in a crisis, which has been typical with my ex relationships. Do I block my ex on social media? If I'm open to getting back together, ooh, don't block him, but mute him so that you can't see that he's stalking you. Okay. Meanwhile, you're living your best life, not a manic life. Not I'm having so much fun. It's business as usual. He's here. He's not here. Who gives a shit? All the same. How to focus on school while living with an ex. Just try not to be there as much as humanly possible. Yeah, just until and focus on your money, work towards a goal, set your budget so that you know precisely to the day when you can move the fuck out. Then you won't feel so trapped. You're going to feel like you're on the path and you're working towards something. Okay, only $10 or more super chats from here on out, guys. I'm sorry. If you want to give less, that's okay. I'll still shout you out, say hello. But if you want to submit a question, it's going to be $10 just because we have so many and I can feel starting to lose my voice. We were supposed to get drunk, right? Are you guys drunk? I hope you're drunk. Okay. How to focus on, okay, did that one. Possible to become a professional artist. Yeah. Do you have to be a professional artist? Because look, When you're a professional anything, you're beholden to someone else, whether it's clients or bosses or HR or whatever. And that really can suck the joy out of the creation. Like that's why I was so adamant that when I got laid off from Star, I was going to be a YouTuber because I didn't want to write anymore. I don't want to, I don't care. I don't want to write anymore. It felt joyless to me and I wanted to get that joy back. So think of it as something that you're going to do as a hobby, an outlet until maybe one day the tipping point occurs. And oh my gosh, you're selling paintings and you can afford to do this and pick and choose your clients and your galleries. But I don't love any of my creative passions enough to be poor. Okay. I like my life. I like my nice houses. I like my nails done, my hair, my quality tequila. I'm not going to be poor anymore. I've been poor. I don't like it. I don't like it because if you're poor and you're stressed, you're not creating well, right? So have the job that gives you the life that you want and incorporate the artistic aspect into everything else. Hooked up with a guy. We connected. I found out he has a girlfriend, but he broke up with her, but he's now not speaking to me at all. What do I do? Keep it moving, girl. Keep it moving. I know. First of all, he's a cheater. He's a fucking cheater. You know what? And if he'll cheat with you, he will cheat on you. And he's not pursuing you. So all this adds up to like, this person is just not worth your time. Like, there's a lot of red flags. And I know you connected with him, but that's because you hooked up with him. Big part. Like, when we hook up, oxytocin is released. It's the bonding hormone, especially if they touch our boobs. Why? Because your nipple stimulation releases oxytocin, hence breastfeeding. You not in like a weird sexual way, but like moms have to bond with their baby in order to keep it alive. So the breastfeeding releases the bonding hormone. So keep a dude away from your nipples if you don't want to like get attached. But it's really hard to hook up with someone and not catch the feelings. So I think that's a big part of what's going on here. This boy is being so annoying in my text. Hi, Kylie. How do I overcome anxiety in a new relationship where we both show affection differently? He's quiet and shows affection through acts of service and doesn't know how to communicate yet. Hold on. Communicate emotion. Give him positive feedback. When he tells you how he feels, just be like, thank you. I love that you told me that. You know what that makes me want to do? It makes me want to do some things. And when you talk about emotion, don't bleh, like dump truck it out, even though you're probably very good at it, because it's going to feel like a dump. Just be like, like, how are you feeling? Tell me something. Lead the conversation in a positive way and give him positive feedback so that he feels encouraged. And when he does those acts of service for you, be like, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the trash out. Validate his love language. And then when he validates yours, give him praise about that. Like training a dog. Like training a dog. Hi, Noor. Oh, I'm your role model. Thank you. You are so sweet. Hi, Sarah. Thank you. Amia. Canadian. I thought it was CAS. I was like, what are CAS dollars? That's fascinating. I cut off my ex a long time ago. We were friends before and we work at the same place. Oof. He tries to taunt me that we don't talk anymore because of me. How do I handle it? He thinks I'm still in love with him. Well, I'm glad you don't talk to this person anymore. He sounds like a fucking nightmare. He thinks you're still in love with him. Again, would you like to drop his at in another chat and I will correct that for him? He just wants your attention. He just wants feedback and he wants his ego validated. So he's going to poke at you in a variety of different ways until you react and give him attention. You just keep icing him out. You know? And like, look for another job. You don't need that shit. Or get him fired. I could probably get him fired. You want me to get him fired? I can do that. I have nothing better to do. Despina. Oh, your name is Despina Zochio. Holy shit, you're like a Bond villain. This is dope. I can't stop my family from taking advantage of my kindness. Ooh, I've tried the good way and the bad way. They don't seem to get it. What should I do? You know what? They might never get it. A child doesn't get why they can't have frosting for dinner. They don't get it. And so they're going to like, oh, they're going to rage and they're going to throw themselves on the floor. But a parent doesn't spend its time. It's like, hey, so there's something called saturated fat. All right. They're just like, it's not happening. That is what it is. And they just keep moving forward with their life. If you set boundaries with your family and you communicate them, you're like, this is my line in the sand. You have to communicate the consequence too. If you guys keep asking me for money, even though I already gave you money at this beginning of the month, the consequence is I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the month because it feels disrespectful. And they can scream and rage like a toddler not getting the frosting, but you got to protect your peace of mind. And like I say, if it comes down to protecting your peace of mind and your boundaries and letting someone down, let someone down. Marisol, Yvette Ortiz. God, you guys have the best names. What are ways to have healthy boundaries in a relationship and still feel loved, especially in a new relationship? Boundaries are love. Boundaries are love. And we have been, as women, have been gaslighted by society into thinking that love is just a tearing open of my breast and here's my whole life and my whole history and all my time and all my emotions and all my money and all my sex. No, the fuck it's not. No. Love is respect, right? You don't require everything from your friends, all their time, all their money, all their. No, you respect their time, their individuality, their schedule. Setting boundaries is going to make a man want you more. It's going to make him chase you more. And it's going to make a quality man be like, she's a quality girl. She's a bad bitch. She doesn't take shit from people. He's going to trust you more because he's going to know when you go out to TGI Fridays for happy hour, when some dude named Bruce comes and hits on you, you're not going to take the bait. You're going to be like, get the fuck away from me, Bruce. I have my pink drink. I don't need you. You know? So set those boundaries early. It's very hard to set retroactive boundaries. It's hard to build a fence when people are already on your property charging towards you. You got to do it ahead of time. Tips on dating again after being single for years. Do I have to do online since before I met my ex-husband? Like after my ex-husband, I met my ex-boyfriend Joe within like 2 months, like really fast. And then I met Max like 2 weeks after Joe and I broke up. And Max was always like, I think you still have feelings for Joe. Like, I did, you know, I mean, like, not like feelings, like I hadn't worked through the breakup yet. Anyway, this is not what we're talking about. So my point is I'm in the same thing with you. It's like, whoa, I'm like back on the dating scene. But you know what? It's like looking for a job. You're not just going to do it in one way. You're not just going to go on LinkedIn. You're not just going to go for coffee with network. You're going to do it all. So you don't have to be on online dating. Like I said earlier, everyone who I've really connected with, who the two dudes I'm dating now, we met in real life, you know, and there really is no substitution for seeing how that chemistry lines up. So really put yourself out there. Your boyfriend is not going to find you in your home, unfortunately, unless you want to date an Amazon delivery man. Which, girl, you might. There's some good looking dudes out there. But get out there, give it as much of a priority in your life and your schedule as you would hunting for a job. You know, it's not desperate, it's realistic. And just kind of this co-ed yoga class, didn't really meet anyone there. Okay, I tried this and just modify and see what works. But keep working on yourself so that you fine. It's fine to be single. It's good. I am going to be doing a video on how to be happy alone. And I don't just mean single. I mean fucking alone, like in our house by ourselves during this. That's probably going to go up tomorrow. But I am going to do another live stream tomorrow. We're going to do a manifestation live stream. What I had meant to do today is read from my own creative visualization, like Bible. It's called creative visualization, and sort of do like an ASMR reading of how to manifest. And I was going to do a series of live streaming reading from this book so that we can all kind of group hive mind manifesting, because I really believe in synergy. And when this many people, there's 2.2 thousand people watching start to happen. Maybe I'm just getting drunk. I don't know. Actually, I am sober AF and I'm getting a wheel. Whew. It's good. What's happening? Are you guys here? Okay. Am I reconnecting? You guys are here? I don't know why it's lagging. Okay. Still here, but lagging. Ugh. Beyond annoying. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are here. All right, we'll get back to it. Sorry. I didn't mean to just like sit here like a doofus. I am a doofus, but okay. My first high school and over 2 years since we broke up, and I don't know why I'm still upset because you dated him. You transferred your feelings about your grandmother on to this boy. This is a classic hurt locker. This is a classic hurt locker where we imprint on someone when we're going through a rough time, right? We see them as like some sort of emotional getaway car. You need to process your grandmother's death, and that feels bottomless. I know, but it isn't. If you give yourself 2 weeks to just grieve, and this is the time, girl. We're all locked in glass cages of emotions with our thoughts. This is the time to work through these things and process those feelings. Get out the old photos, cry with your family, feel it. And then the knots about this boy are going to start to ease, right? Can you leave me a comment on my ex's IG? Yes. Yes, I can, and I will. I'm gonna post this video. This is gonna be on my YouTube channel. So drop his at in the comment, and I will comment ew on his most recent picture. Or let's see, what can I write? I'll figure out what will be the most ruinous and devastating. Don't worry. I'm really good at being me. Angelica asked, how's your dating life going? You seem to be thriving after your recent breakup. I'm glad I seen that. I am most of the time, but there's times where you're just like, ugh, you're sad, especially with this whole pandemic. You worry about someone and then you wonder if they're worrying about you. And then you're like, who gives a shit? Because based on their behavior, they didn't really care about my well-being at all, actually. So and then you just try to reframe. And it's like one thing my therapist said, he's like, it's not about not feeling the pain. It's about feeling the pain, but not assigning a secondary story to the pain. I deserve this. I feel the pain and I deserve this. I feel the pain and I'm never going to find anyone else. I feel the pain and I'm so bored. No, just feel the pain. Just feel the pain and move through your life as you feel it and look for good things. It's like, yeah, like I'm dating and it's got its ups and downs as dating always does, but it's fun. And I accept there's going to be times when I'm like, oh, like sad and miss my old relationship with my ex-boyfriend. And who knows what the future holds? Like I truly, like you just really don't know what happens. But yeah, I'm just trying to like work on me and like use this time to be single for a while and figure out how I contributed to my old relationship imploding and what red flags I ignored, and really do that ugly autopsy. And autopsies are ugly. You cut something open and you hold it up to the light, and it's gross, but you do it so that you can figure out what went wrong so that it doesn't happen again. And then, like I said, you start to do preventative medicine instead of just cutting something dead open. You're like, oh, I'm going to be better next time. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to come out of this quarantine fucking snatched, honey. Skinny margaritas. Okay. I love to travel, but because of my immigration status, setbacks, my case has been pushed 5 years. Oh no. And come October, I won't even be allowed to fly. How can I stay positive and still travel? You know what? There's always discoveries to be made near where we are. And what I love about travel is that I am my best self. I am curious, focused, open minded, outgoing, organized, efficient. And I try to bring vacation Shallon back to my real life, you know? And I also realize I love to travel because I'm trying to escape problems. Like, I don't want to open that pile of mail that's been there since November. I'm going to get on a plane. No one's going to ask me about my mail if I'm in Paris. So look at what it is you're running from, because travelers, I think, are runners and we're kind of adrenaline junkies and we're novelty junkies. So think of a way you can incorporate novelty and newness and that excitement into your current life. Big mouth girl. Hey, boo. I'm 22 and I've never had an orgasm. I failed to do it myself, and my ex-boyfriends have too, and it's frustrating for guys, and their frustration makes me feel bad. In the future, should I fake it? No, don't fake it. Don't fake it. Don't fake it. Keep working on it yourself, right? It truly is our job to learn how our bodies work. It's like having a car in our driveway and then knowing how to drive it, but expecting our neighbor to fucking know. It's like, I don't know, dude. This is your machine. You Did you not read your own instruction book? Keep reading that instruction book. But try not to get too like caught up in it. Like the point of sex is not orgasms. We can give ourselves orgasms in like 30 seconds. It's like, who cares? You hook up to bond. It's about connection and it's about love and all of that stuff. And let the guy know that. Be like, hey, it's fine. Like I've hooked up with girls and like we went and it's like you come, no, you do. And finally, the last time I was like, let's just take it off the table completely. No one's here to cross the finish line. We're just having fun. And she's like, yeah, we're just having fun. H baby, if you're watching this, I feel like I was so bad in bed. I was very drunk and I'm sorry. I just feel like I was sloppy. I would love a chance for a redo because you're the hottest boo in the world. Maybe I am drunk. So yeah, take it off the table with guys. Be like, it's no big deal. Because if you act like it's a big deal and I can't do it either, just relax. Get a vibrator that works on the outside. Talk to your doctor, maybe. Like it's something to be embarrassed about. It's like how your body should work. If your car is like running on 3 wheels, you'd be like, I need another fucking wheel, dude. Maria. Guys always ask why I'm single. When I ask them why they say it's because I'm attractive. Why do they do this? To figure out what's wrong with me? Ah, like it is a compliment. I know that they kind of mean it as a compliment. Like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. How come no one snatched you up? Say what Rihanna says. Like, first of all, I'm not looking for a man. How about we start there? Be like, you know what? I don't need a guy to feel complete. So I have a kind of a high standard for the people I let in my life. And it's lonely at the top, boo. And if that scares them off, good. Run, bitch. Run. Let them know who they're dealing with. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and be like, and you can be like, I'm sorry that you equate like success with being in a relationship. Like you can be hot and single and happy. And maybe they don't see women that way. Like I always say, when you guys submit questions to me, it almost never comes down to, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know that's who he was. It comes down to, I knew and I chose to ignore it. People are always giving you data. Whether you're choosing to log it as such, whether you're choosing to log it as an outlier or the norm and a part of a larger pattern, it's up to you. But you're getting data. Ooh, let's see if this boy's written me back. No. Why is it always the boys you don't want to hear from? I guess he didn't like my answer. Good. Maddie, I lived in Georgia last summer and met this guy. I had to move back home for my last year of college, but we still y'all all the time. We still y'all. Is y'all a verb? Oh God, I hope so. How should I tell him I want something more when I move back to Georgia in June? I don't think you have to tell him. I think somebody said the other day that nostalgia is the most dangerous emotion. And I was like, and like nostalgia should not be trusted. And I felt personally attacked. But it's true. It's like nostalgia carries us way farther than sometimes we should be. So when you move back to Georgia, you decide if you still like him. Things changed. You've changed and grown. Oh, I left my hoodie out in the rain. Okay. Maybe I'm drunk. So yeah, you decide if you still like him and then do like a temperature check of how he feels about you. Because maybe it just kind of transitioned to like online flirty. And when you see each other IRL, maybe the spark is gone. Maybe he like chews in a way that you didn't like and don't remember. And Maybe you get down there and you're like, oh my God, wait, there's a million other guys. Don't put yourself in a box, and definitely, definitely never, never, never tell a guy that you like him if he's not telling it to you first. Don't do it. All right, my loves, we're going to call it quits for today. This was so much fun. This was so much fun. Let's meet back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern time, 11 p.m. London time, 10 a.m. Sydney. I'm getting good at this, right? And we're going to be making dirty martinis, and we're going to be doing some manifestation talk, and maybe we'll be doing some super chats and asking some questions too. I'll talk to you later, Shalloners.